Hello, everyone. Hello, children. Hello, children at home and children of all ages. Welcome to Try Guys Presents Drag Story Hour. Who's excited for some stories today? Yeah. Are you excited, Penguin? This is a place for everyone. This is a place for children. This is a place where we read and celebrate banned books. We are raising money today for two incredible charities. We have Drag Story Hour as well as the Transgender Law Center. If you're watching at home, you can donate money. We have a link. You can tell us if you follow the links below, donate in the chat, let us know. Really exciting. We appreciate everyone being here. We're going to be reading two really amazing stories today. Okay. We have Not Quite Narwhal, a favorite. Anyone know that book? Okay, you're about to. And then Tango Makes Three. Do you know what that book's about, Penguin? What is this book about? Wow, right? Oh, he wants that book. To read our stories, penguins are decent readers, but they're better listeners. So we have two incredible storytellers today. First, we have Pickle. She is the drag laureate of West Hollywood and runs the LA branch of Drag Story Hour. She has partnered with many organizations, including the Academy Museum, wow, and the LA Public Library, as well as guest starred on Tyler Perry's hit show, Sisters. And joining Pickle, we have our very own Miss Eugene. Are you excited for your storytellers? Okay, Penguin. You ready? Please welcome Pickle and Miss Eugene.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. How's it going? We are so excited to be here for a little drag story hour this morning. Do y'all like stories? Yeah! Oh, that's wonderful. Eugene, what was your favorite kids' book growing up?
Well, I loved to read all the time when I was a little kid. My favorite was probably, does anyone know where the wild things are? Yeah. I think they're here right now.
They are. Where them?
I have claws.
Oh, you do have claws.
I know, they're pretty.
That's wonderful. My favorite book was Miss Nelson is Missing. So that was about a teacher, and the kids weren't behaved, so she went home, she got in drag as a character named Viola Swamp, who you're kind of channeling. And she was like
The mean teacher?
The mean teacher, but as it turns out, she was both, and the kids learned to love Miss Nelson. So we're gonna share a couple amazing stories with you today, and we really wanna get to know everyone, but we don't have a lot of time, so when I count to 3, can everyone say their name at the same time? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice to meet
Viola
you.
Swamp.
We're gonna do our very best to remember everyone's name, okay? We're gonna do it. Has anyone been to a drag story hour before? Oh, great. Okay. Does anyone know what a drag performer is? What a drag queen is? Yeah, you do?
Yes, little boy.
Someone amazing and beautiful and magical.
Wow.
He got it pretty close.
Thank you so much.
How would you define a drag artist?
Drag is all about joy, self-expression, and love. So anyone can do drag as long as you bring that to the forefront.
You know how Halloween's soon and everyone has a fun costume, right? So it's like wearing a costume that you feel really good in.
Yeah, forever.
What are you for Halloween this year? A T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Wow. And you're a ghost?
I'm a Charizard.
A Charizard.
Charizard.
Which you could argue is like a variation on a T-Rex.
Well,
with firepower.
But they fly, though.
And they can fly.
It's very different.
Can Charizard fly?
Yeah, he has wings.
Well, that doesn't mean he can fly.
She doesn't know Pokemon.
Okay, whatever. Congratulations, that's wonderful. So we thought that to teach you a little bit about drag, we would sing one of my favorite songs. So it's called The Hips on the Drag Queen Go Swish, 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 okay? Are you familiar with the wheels on the bus? Yeah. Okay, well, lucky for us, the wheels on the bus is in the public domain, so we can sing it all together.
But we don't have a bus, so we're going to talk
But
about...
there's no bus.
We're going to talk about drag queens.
Drag queens.
Yes.
and some of the fun things they get into. So you're gonna follow along. If you want, you can get up and dance with us just to shake out some of the wiggles. Only if you want, you can be shy. I'm shy, believe it or not.
The penguin's
Okay.
up.
So first it's the hips on the drag queen go swish, 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 okay? Are you ready? Yeah! The hips on the drag queen go swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 the hips on the dragon go swish, 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 all through the town. Okay, and now the shoes on the drag queen go stomp, 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 okay?
Yes.
The shoes on the drag queen go stomp, 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 stomp. Hey, stomp, stomp, stomp. The shoes on the drag queen go stomp, 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 all through the town. And one more is my favorite. The mouth of the drag queen goes blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. The mouth on the drag queen goes blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. The mouth on the drag queen goes blah, blah, blah. All through the town. Yeah, we did a
Great
little,
job.
a little musical flourish.
Very harmony.
Yeah, slow it down. There's a word for it. Does anyone play instruments here?
The penguin does.
Perfect. The cello? Okay. All right, so we're going to share a couple books with you, right?
Yes.
Shall we? See how this goes.
Very elegant.
Thank you. I was, did cotillion. And did you still do that? Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to share one of my favorite stories with you. This is a classic, okay? Classic. I know a lot of you are probably familiar with it. Big icon energy here today. We've got Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Seema.
That's one that I know this one.
They got this at the school? You know this one? Do you have this book? Yeah, that's great.
Can you tell us? Do you know what a narwhal is? What's a narwhal?
I know a narwhal. It's like this fish, but that's a whole one.
Yeah, it's got a big horn. It's like a funny fish.
That's not a one. It's actually a tooth.
Wow.
See? They know everything. I was reading a book.
You kids are so smart.
I was reading a book about, there was a picture of a zebra, quick non sequitur, and this little boy was like, did you know that they're black and white to scare away horseflies? Zebras are horses in drag to frighten away flies. That's just the more you know. Okay, I got a little too excited about that. So, Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Seema. We're gonna go on an adventure. Eugene, can you help me turn the pages? Although you have nails.
No, it's okay. I'm really good at this. I used to do this for my mom when she played piano.
Oh, wow. I would love to hear more about that. But
I can't
for
play
now. Okay, Kelp. The main character's name is Kelp.
I know.
Okay, we know you got this book at your school. He's like, I know all about Kelp. You don't need to tell me about Kelp. Okay. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. See, look, Kelp's got a little sleeping bag made of seaweed and
his big tooth.
his big tooth.
Yeah.
And then that little thing that you use to breathe.
Lungs.
A helmet, maybe?
Astronaut.
Does anyone
Scuba.
know? Scuba gear.
Scuba helmet.
Yeah, that's good enough. And he sleeps in a clam.
That means he's really small.
Because he's really small, or the clam is like giant. I would love to sleep in like a giant clam.
They must have really big pearls.
Yeah, they've got all those jewels. Okay, he knew, I know, me too. Okay, he knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. Now, I didn't know that narwhals were real until I was informed in the rehearsal for this broadcast. So y'all are already way ahead of me in terms of information, but this is a narwhal. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's. See, look, the narwhal has a really long tusk, and Kelp has a little
one, little horn.
Yeah. He had different tastes in food. Look at what they're eating. What are they eating? Can you see? Squid. And shrimp. Or maybe it's calamari.
Sea spaghetti.
Oh, sea spaghetti. Have you been to Austria Labuca? Not important. Okay. And he wasn't a very good swimmer. Are you all good swimmers? Do you have good swimmers? You're a good swimmer?
yeah?
It's okay to be proud of yourself for being a good swimmer.
Do you do this?
Scream that as loud
Freestyle?
as you want.
Like this? Or do you do back? Or do you do the frog?
She's got her own variation that we'll find out about soon. It's like a new kind of swimming that makes her go really fast. And you don't know about it. Okay. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't either. See, look, he just grabs onto the... See, this is true friendship. You just... One is successful, and then this one's just like, I'll just come with you, okay? And then he's got a little fish, too. So Narwhal, Kelp is like, doesn't bother me. That's good. It's a good little lesson. You live in your own mediocrity. Okay, that is until he was swept away by a strong current. Look, it's like, are they too young for Finding Nemo?
No,
What does it say? He's saying, I wish I were a better swimmer. Oh, he really committed to that voice, didn't I? Can't go back. Okay. Are they too young for Finding Nemo?
Do you see Finding Nemo?
Are we allowed to say that? Yeah. Okay. But do you remember that character with the turtle?
Yeah,
the turtle
that's true.
character? Crush?
Righteous!
Yeah, exactly. Oh, good. Oh, there's no penguins in that movie. Sorry. Okay, maybe next time. Kelp found himself at the surface. Whoa. He got all the way up to the surface at nighttime. Wild. Closer to land than he'd ever been before.
What's that?
Wait, yeah, look.
A
High up
unicorn.
on the cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like Kelp. Now, I know this is a spoiler, but what creature is up there? A unicorn! I know, look at it sparkling.
I don't know, it looks kind of like a horse.
Yeah.
I have a
Can you
unicorn
turn
on
this
my
thing?
shirt.
You do? I thought she was going to say I have a unicorn at home. I was like, whoa, okay.
And I have a unicorn here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, so
You've got a lot of
pretty.
unicorns. Okay, well, this is a book for you. Kelp swam towards land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all. Remember? It's a callback to the fact that he couldn't swim very well. Very clever. Hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. But it took a really long time. Look at how far the sun traveled. That's like 4 hours. It's the little Easter egg jokes. Okay, when he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. It's scary to do new things, right, and go to new places. It's also very expensive to relocate. So already doing great, Kelp is. He was nervous about walking for the first time, not unlike the Little Mermaid. It all comes together in some shape. Okay,
I'll be my bubble.
in your bubble? Perfect. But the land creatures made it look so easy. What kind of animal is this?
Wow.
It's a crab.
yeah.
Can you show me crab hands? Very good. There's some good crab impersonators in there. Don't shake hands with a crab, right? It'll get you. Ah! Ow.
I know, I do have crab claws right now.
Did you hear that noise?
I know,
It made
it
like a
was nice.
sound. That's great.
ASMR.
Okay. Ew. It wasn't easy, is what they're saying. Oof! Look at how dramatic Kelp is. Just walks a few paces. He's like, oof! It's just like throws himself on the ground. That's like me. Anytime I try to do something new. It wasn't bouncing. What is he bouncing like? He's bouncing like a frog. Ribbit. Yeah. Ribbit, ribbit. Can you make frog noises? Very good. And he gives up on that too. He's not super persistent. That's okay. Eventually, he got the hang of it. And then he walks like a tortoise. You see? Or a turtle. Do you think that's a tortoise or a turtle? Tortoise.
Tortoise, yeah.
We'll go with that. We're gonna go with tortoise. Sorry, everyone. All right. The docket is sealed. Everything on land was strange and beautiful and kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, cliffhanger. Drum roll, can we get a drum roll while we try to turn the page? Land narwhals! What?
Yeah!
Ah, can you believe it?
And what is that? What is it?
What is it? What creature is that?
He's like, you can't put me on the spot like that.
Unicorn!
Yes. Well, this is my favorite part because we meet my favorite character in the book, which is this very sassy unicorn. Okay? Land narwhals! Actually, we're unicorns. Look at the unicorn doesn't even turn all the way around. He's just like, actually, we're unicorns. Can't be bothered. This like little stumbling creature that just swam a million miles. Can't be bothered to turn around. Okay. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of things about his tusks. We call them horns. It continues. Wow! And look, they can shoot like rainbow water out of their horns. Very magical. They introduced him to unicorn delicacies. Look, it's a unicone. You hear that? It's like it's a play on words. It's like a ice cream cone, but also a unicorn, so it's a unicone.
Do you like ice cream, Pickle?
I do.
What's your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor is pistachio, and I knew that the moment I tasted, very fancy, and the moment that I tasted pistachio and liked it, I knew I was an adult. So watch out. What are your favorite flavors of ice cream?
I still like cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream?
Yeah, cookies and cream.
There's vanilla.
Vanilla, classic.
And it's a real flavor. Sometimes people mix that up.
Yeah.
Good flavor.
Do you have a favorite flavor of ice cream or sorbet? Sorry, sorbet.
What's your favorite?
Chocolate and vanilla.
Ooh,
Chocolate and
like
vanilla.
a swirl.
My favorite ice cream is vanilla.
Vanilla,
Vanilla.
very nice.
We have a large vanilla voting block here.
It's popular.
What about you, Penguin? What's your favorite? Mackerel with a hint of sardine.
Oh, yeah. And Penguin is lucky because he's so much ice, he just pours the flavor on the ground and sort of eats it. It's very easy, yeah.
I liked that. That was good.
Yeah, thank you. And they showed him how to gallop. Look at them galloping. Yeah, that's like a gallop. Can you gallop like horses? Or sorry, unicorns? There was no doubt that Kelp was in fact a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. It's kind of like when you do something fun like go to summer camp. Except I didn't like summer camp. Do y'all like summer camp? Yeah. I couldn't deal with it. It was too much. I wanted to imagine. They had so many like the macaroni. It's I hear you, and I will adapt. Okay. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon, so we can be sassy again. Kelp swam towards home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, remember from before, hoping the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. He was nervous because he realized, I'm not a narwhal. Now I have to go back underwater. I have to tell all the narwhals that I'm not a narwhal because, you know, all they're doing is thinking about me. A little self-centered, but that's fine. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Do you ever get nervous? Nervous to say something? But then you get to be brave and you get to say it, and it feels much better, okay? Welcome home. They put up a sign. Kelp! Okay. That's what that narwhal sounds like. Try to remember orange is that sound. Okay. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They all knew. They were like, what are you talking about? You're not a narwhal. They took it quite well. And look, they brought him a necklace. Look at them. They've got like treasure. And one of them has the pearls. They're accountants.
They give
Yeah.
treasure.
They manage treasure and crypto. It's all very great. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Look, he misses the unicorns, even though he's got this really cool clam house. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized that he couldn't turn the page. He realized he didn't have to choose. Look, they're all playing. They've got unicorns that they can pay for because they've got all that treasure. They've got sandcastles. They're playing volleyball, although with the narwhal tooth, it's dangerous.
That'd be hard to play.
Yeah, you could break the ball. But that's fine. And look, Kelp has his own little rainbow palace. Okay, The end. Love Not Quite Narwhal.
So Kelp had many homes.
Kelp had a lot of homes.
Because everyone loved him, so they made homes for him.
You can get along with all different groups of people, and you can be who you are. Jesse Sema. Thank you, Jesse.
Even if you have a horn here, or if it's a big tooth, right?
Yeah, like a narwhal or a unicorn horn.
Yeah.
Although the unicorn horns had like special powers. But
Cool powers.
that's fun. Very cool.
Bravo, yay! Well, that is just our first of 2 books. We have one more book that Miss Eugene is going to read for us. But first, if you're just joining us at home, welcome to Drag Story Hour. We are doing this to celebrate books, banned books, stories of all types. This is for children of all ages everywhere. And of course, we are raising money. Those of you watching, you can donate and tell us in the chat, or you can donate directly with the link. I want to tell you about one of the 2 organizations we are raising money for. The first is the Transgender Law Center. They are an amazing org. They change laws, policy, and attitudes so that all people can live safely, authentically, and free from discrimination regardless of their gender identity or expression. The Transgender Law Center is the largest national trans-led organization advocating for the trans community. They have achieved precedent-setting litigation victories in areas of employment, prison conditions, education, immigration, and healthcare. It's grounded in legal expertise and committed to racial justice. Supporting this org keeps trans and gender nonconforming people alive, thriving, and fighting for liberation. A really amazing organization. We appreciate all your donations. Everything that we raised today, we are going to be splitting between the Transgender Law Center as well as Drag Story Hour, which we'll be telling you a little bit about after this. But now it is time for our second book. Is everyone having a good time? Now, Penguin, I know that you were very excited for this story. It's just kind of about, we all like penguins, right? Can I see everyone's best penguin waddle? Very good.
Very good.
Now,
Impressive.
for this story, we are going to bring it on over to our very own Miss Eugene.
Yay!
Who here likes penguins? You like penguins?
Yeah.
Well, this story is for you. And you know what? This is actually based on a true story. This happened in real life. Just like right now. If they wrote a story about right now, they would say there was a big penguin and he loved supporting banned books.
Etch it into stone.
And this one is banned in many different places, so it's great that we get to share it with everyone.
Yay.
Because it's a really wonderful story. It's called And Tango Makes Three by Justin Richardson and Peter Parnell, illustrated by Henry Cole. Now, have you read this one too?
No.
Oh, so this is new for you. Oh, I'm excited.
Why would you ask me that?
All right, so in the middle of New York City, there is a great big park called Central Park. Has anyone been to New York? You've been to New York? It's beautiful, and they've got a really big park, and it's probably really cold right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're here. Children love to play there. It has a toy boat pond where they can sail their boats, and it has a carousel to ride on in the summer and an ice rink to skate on in the winter. Who here can ice skate? Well, we know you can ice skate, Penguin. You can ice skate. You can't ice skate.
I cannot. And don't ask
You'll
me
have to
to.
teach her.
I'm done trying.
We'll hold
Can
the
you ice
sidebars.
skate?
No, I'm not very good.
Well, yeah, we'll just drink hot cocoa and watch.
So, best of all, it has its very own zoo. Every day, families of all kinds go to visit the animals that live there. Does anyone know any animals that are in the zoo? What animal do you see in the zoo? Tigers?
Bears.
Bears?
Lions?
Oh my! So, we can find out which animals are there. But children and their parents aren't the only families at the zoo. The animals make families of their own. There are red panda bear families with mothers and fathers and furry red panda bear cubs. There are monkey dads and monkey moms raising noisy monkey babies. Can you make a monkey sound?
Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. That's right, right?
Pretty good, yeah.
Wow.
And there are toad families, and toucan families, and cotton top tamarin families too. Tamarins are also a type of monkey. They're
Yes.
just fancier, so can you make
They
a
are fancier.
fancy monkey sound?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
that's a fancy monkey.
We found out their monkey, it was Googled for us.
So, and in the penguin house, there are penguin families. Every year at the very same time, the girl penguins start noticing the boy penguins. And the boy penguins, well, they start noticing the girls. When the right girl and the right boy find each other, they become a couple. It's very sweet.
Yeah, they're penguins.
Two penguins in the penguin house were a little bit different. One was named Roy, and the other was named Silo.
Oh.
Roy and Silo were both boys, but they did everything together. They bowed to each other, like this, my culture,
Yeah.
and they walked together. They sang to each other.
Oh.
That was beautiful. And they swam together. Wherever Roy went, Silo went too. They didn't spend much time with the girl penguins. And the girl penguins didn't spend much time with them. Instead, Roy and Silo, exactly,
That's right.
I know.
No spoilers.
They already know the story. Roy and Silo would wound their necks around each other. And their keeper, Mr. Gramsay, he noticed the two penguins and thought to himself, oh, they must be in love. That's how Mr. Gramsay sounds. He's worked at the zoo for a very long time.
Yeah.
Roy and Silo watched how the other penguins made a home. So Roy and Silo, they're watching the penguins and they're making their homes, right? So they built a nest of stones for themselves. And every night, Roy and Silo slept there together, just like the other penguin couples. So they have their own little house they made of rocks.
It's very valuable. It's right in the middle of New York.
Right in the middle of New York. Very expensive. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
And every morning, Roy and Silo woke up together. But one day, Roy and Silo saw that the other couples could do something that they could not. The mama penguin would lay an egg. She and the papa penguin would take turns keeping the egg warm until finally it would hatch. And then there would be a baby penguin. They sit on the eggs to keep them warm. Have you seen that? How they sit on them?
Yeah, like that episode of
I'm glad we don't do that.
Yeah, it's a lot of time.
Roy and Silo had no egg to sit on or keep warm. They had no baby chick to feed and cuddle and love. Their nest was nice, but it was a little empty. One day, Roy found something that looked like what the other penguins were hatching, and he brought it to their nest. It was only a rock, but Silo carefully sat on it and sat and sat. See, he's still sitting. And when Silo got sleepy, he slept. And when Silo was done sleeping and sitting, he swam, and then Roy sat. Day after day, Silo and Roy sat on their rock. But nothing happened
Yeah.
because it was a rock.
Because it's a rock, not an egg. And
Then-
where was Mr. Gramsay?
There's Mr. Gramsay. Then Mr. Gramsay got an idea. He found an egg that needed to be cared for. So it was an egg that had no mama or daddy. And he brought it to Roy and Silo's nest. Roy and Silo knew just what to do. They moved the egg to the center of their nest. Every day they turned it, so each side stayed warm. Some days, Roy sat while Silo went for food. Other days, it was Silo's turn to take care of their egg. They sat in the morning and they sat at night. They sat through lunchtime and swim time and supper. Exactly.
It's a lot.
They sat at the beginning of the month and they sat at the end of the month and they sat all of the days in between. Until one day, they heard a sound coming from inside their egg. Do we know what's happening?
No, it's hatching.
Yeah, it's hatching. Peep, 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 peep. It said, Roy and Silo, I know.
That was really good.
Thank you. Roy and Silo called back. Squawk, squawk, quack, quack. Peep, peep, answered the egg. Are you feeling something? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Suddenly, a tiny hole appeared in the egg shell. And then...
What? What happened?
Crack!
Whoa. This is a Michael Bay
It's a
movie?
big chick. Out came their very own baby. She had fuzzy white feathers and a funny black beak. Now, Roy and Silo were fathers. We'll call her Tango, Mr. Gramsci decided, because it takes two to make a tango.
Very clever.
Tango's a type of dance.
Yeah.
So you always have to have two people.
Now we know what Mr.
Otherwise, you
Ramsey-
just look silly.
Mr. Ramsey's
So,
dancer.
Roy and Silo taught Tango how to sing for them when she was hungry, just like that. They fed her food from their beaks. They snuggled her in their nest at night. Tango was the first penguin, the very first penguin, in the zoo to have two daddies. Quite the honor.
Yeah.
Soon, Tango grew strong enough to leave the nest. Roy and Silo took her for a swim, just like all of the other penguin families. And all the children who came to the zoo could see Tango and her two fathers playing in the penguin house with the other penguins. Hooray, Roy! Hooray, Silo! Welcome, Tango! They all cheered.
Yay.
And at night, the three penguins returned to their nest. There they snuggled together, and like all the other penguins in the penguin house, and all the other animals in the zoo, and all the families in the big city around them, they went to sleep. The end.
Wow.
What a great book.
Get up there.
So you can have two daddies or two mommies,
Yeah.
as long as there's love.
And penguins.
And penguins. You can have a family.
This was the first story I ever read for Drag Story Hour.
Now tell us more about Drag Story Hour.
Wow, funny you should bring it up, Eugene. Drag Story Hour is just what it sounds like. Drag performers reading to kids in bookstores, libraries, anywhere at all. It's all about empowering kids to enjoy reading and get excited about books because reading is what? Fundamental.
And everyone here likes reading, yeah?
Yeah, drag shares so many essential core values with things that we want to teach our kids like joy, love, and self-expression. So we're so excited to be here with all of you today and so appreciative you welcome us into your space and so fabulously.
Oh, of course. Well, thank you so much. And we're going to throw it over to
We're coming over to you.
our penguin.
Yeah, we want to thank everyone who is here. Thank you for being the most incredible audience that ever was. Thank you to everyone watching at home. And we want to thank our authors who helped make this possible. It's really unbelievable.
Jesse Seema, author of Not Quite Narwhal. And we've got Justin Richardson and Peter Parnell, illustrated by Henry Cole for Tango Makes Three. It was so wonderful for them to allow us to include these books. She's going over the legal stuff. You can just, like, kind of listen.
Yeah, Yeah, so thank you to the crew here. Thank you to all of our wonderful listenees. You were the best audience we could have ever asked for. Thank you to Pickle and Miss Eugene, and especially Pickle, who made this possible.
And I brought stickers. Stickers! I know that's currency for you people.
And to everyone at home who donated, we've already raised over $4,000. Thank you so much. Keep donating. I think we should bring it out with a song.
Yeah,
You want a dance party, Penguin?
You want to dance?
Get over here, Penguin. Get in the middle.
Please.
Do you know the wheels on the drag queen?
The wheels on the drag queen.
Okay.
I wish.
We're gonna need your help
Yeah,
here.
my
And
feet are
everyone else is
dying.
gonna need your help, okay?
All right. We know the song. The hips on the drag queen go swish, 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 swish. Swish, 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 the hips on the drag queen go swish, swish, swish. All through the town. The shoes on the drag queen go stomp, stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Stomp, stomp, stomp. The shoes on the drag queen go stomp, stomp, stomp. All through the town.
Thank you, everybody.